Every year, reoffending costs our economy around £10 billion. Almost half of those leaving prison are reconvicted within a year. Considering that the cost of sending a criminal to prison is more than it costs to go to Eton, we need a better return on our investment. And that is why the coalition government is driving a rehabilitation revolution. It's a programme of legislation and innovative public service delivery that will transform the way offenders are dealt with once they leave prison and address persistent reoffending. It is a radical but practical approach that has the potential, in my view, to leave a bigger, more lasting imprint on British society than almost anything else that the coalition government might achieve. Our offender rehabilitation bill receives its second reading in Parliament today. It brings forward for the first time a mandatory requirement for the most prevalent reoffenders, those serving 12 months or less, to undergo a targeted programme of support on release to help them turn their lives around. But the real change comes when our offender is released. A few weeks before he leaves, he'll start working with a new provider organisation to organise and plan for his resettlement beyond the prison gates. If possible, the young offender would have been sent to a prison close to his local community, so that any positive personal ties that he did have with family or friends could be maintained. And if that can't happen, we would then aim to relocate him closer to home towards the end of his sentence. In prison, he'd work with a service provider to develop a programme of tailored support that fits his needs. This could mean getting him a place on a basic skills course at the local college or finding him somewhere to live. They'll ensure that from day one, if he's claiming job seekers allowance on release, he has a place on the government's work programme with access to information and training that will help him get a job. If required, they could also organise additional drugs treatment and testing to help him stay clean. Most importantly, when he gets out, there will be someone there to meet him, a mentor, someone experienced, potentially someone who has been an offender themselves and knows what it takes to build a life free of crime outside, who could help this young man through advice and support stay on the straight and narrow in that critical first year after release.